Namaste, viewers. Today I want to talk to you about India is winning its Dharma Yuddha. You know that Operation Sindoor was remarkably successful. Indian soldiers, Indian army, Indian leadership attacked terrorist camps in Pakistan in retaliation for the tragic killing of Hindus in Pahalgam. You all know that story, the sad story of how people were picked and religion based killings happened and they ran away. Everybody knows who did it. Everybody knows that the evil perpetrators of that tragedy, of that crime, of that terrorist act came from a particular country called Pakistan. And Pakistan is a country that systematically abuses freedoms as the fault line of democracy. And that's what is important for everybody to know, that India has eventually launched a dharmic war. I have always been saying this, that for Sanatan Dharm to survive, for Sanatan Dharm to flourish, we have to also protect our Dharma for every evil that tries to attack it. Because what is important is Dharma is not about peace alone, it's also about war, to protect and defend what is your own nation, people, men, women, and children, territories included. And this is what is important, that heinous act of terrorism done in Kashmir, in Pahalgam, had to be responded to. At that time, you do not offer, lassi and gulab jamun or cakes or cookies and champagne for a discussion and dialogue. A country and the people who are hell bent on destroying India, despite being given a separate piece of land to live and do their bit, they still nourish that fantasy or the ugly thought of dominating Bharat, sanatandharm, and our piece of land. This is what is important. This is actually a Dharma Yuddha. It has culminated into that situation. As the saying goes, today, thanks to technology, we know a lot more than we knew before. Today, the news travels faster than the speed of lightning. Why I say that is because earlier days we used to resort to newspapers coming 2 days later or one day later, and we used to read the newspaper to gather news. Today, you do not have to sit for or wait for a newspaper to report what was happening. Thanks to technology tools that are available to us, we are now knowing things as they happen, as a result of which we know a lot more. Today, the world is almost guaranteed that they know where is the epicenter of terrorism. Islamic terrorism specifically said. Terrorism in one form or the other has always existed. People have fought for their freedoms, the Irish Republican Army, and there are so many more, you know. But the issue here is that this particular thing is a vicious attempt where the demand is only one: destruction of Hindus, destruction of Sanatan Dharma, destruction of Bharat. And that has to be fought because our enemy is very clear. Our enemy is very clear about what they want. I'm very glad to have the feeling that now we have understood the enemy. People are now cognizant of this fact that Shatru Bodh has happened. Who is our enemy? We know that. Yes, there are people within the country who will talk about Aman ki Asha, peace, and everything else. But when you apply the legal standards differently for different occasions, that becomes a very stark, naked, ugly truth. So let me give you an example. Why I say Dharma Yuddha is happening is because when hundreds of thousands of illegal Pakistanis living in India was found, they were living for 30, 40 years, having big families, and they were living illegally here. When they were being sent back, Then Mehbooba Mufti and others began to say, oh, it is an inhuman act to do. Really? That is the question. So when these people, Mufti people, and people, Muslims of Kashmir, threatened Hindus in Kashmir, leave, convert, leave, or die, there was no emotional outburst about that. They justified it. Nobody condemned that. Even today, Mufti and Abdullah, they do not say that what they did then was wrong. They are not yet accepting that. So there is a religious driven, agenda that these people are having. And now India has responded to that. India is responding to that. This far and no further. The Lakshman Rekha has been drawn and it is being implemented. So this is the warning for everybody. Every Indian, every Bharatiya in Bharat has to remember that Sanatan Dharm has to be protected by you and I. It will not be protected by some unseen power or unseen forces. It has to be done in person by each one of us. There is no way out. There are no easy options. And therefore, we now know the duplicit behavior of these people. And that is unfortunate that these people living in the country are anti-nationals. And I dare say that. Remember one thing, Congress party and their stooges, Rahul Gandhi, who is leader of the opposition right now, he went to European countries and America and asked for help to defeat Prime Minister Modi. He asked for interference in Indian democracy because democracy is threatened in India. Manishankar Iyer and Salman Khurshid, they are on record going to Pakistan and begging for help to defeat Modi and BJP and RSS. You and I, Hindus. This is very important part, and now people are knowing it. So whether it is ABC, XYZ, who are writing what they are writing, they are getting kicked. Am I happy about it? No. If they were only patriotic, things would have been different. At this point in time, I definitely want to acknowledge Mr. Owaisi in Hyderabad, who has openly condemned Pakistan. He has made the slogans of Pakistan Murdabad, Hindustan Zindabad, and he applauded the army for hitting the terrorist camps. Mr. Owaisi, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm happy. I'm happy that you eventually rose up to the occasion. This is a sign that things are changing. Dharmic pravritti, the dharmic intention of Bharat is rising. And along with that, the world is also seeing it because the world is sick and tired of one particular faith trying to dominate every conversation in social, public, spiritual, and political life. Nobody is happy. Europe, once upon a time, was very welcoming of Islamic people coming to their country. Now Europe is fed up and tired because of their behavior and their imposition of their will. They even rape young girls because they are dressed provocatively. They don't embrace the cultures that they go to. They impose their cultural elements on every other country. The whole world is annoyed, unhappy, angry for giving home to those people who didn't have that intent to accommodate and adjust in the countries that they go to. This is what is important for everybody to know. Even in the United States, you will know that many places they are trying to build their own ghettos in the name of freedom. Here is the brilliant part. They are demanding them to make their own little kingdoms, which will be run according to their own laws. And the American law will not be allowed to operate there because they have freedom of religion. And they play the game. Play the game, oh, we have the freedom of religion to do what we want. If you do not let me live my way of life, then we are not allowed to be a normal citizen. We are treated like a second-class citizen. You see how the victimhood game plays here? That if you don't let me live the way I want, even though I don't follow your rules, I have to be allowed to live the way I want. This, the world is seeing it. The world is talking about it. It is a battle against the ideology that everybody has to fight. And in my opinion, rightfully so, India has taken the lead. And as the saying goes, I always say, when the evil comes to your mind, then you know you are heading towards your own destruction. In Hindi, we say always, Vinasha Kale Viparita Buddhi. Now you can't hide. Several years ago, I was on a consulting assignment in a Middle East country, and the Sheikh asked this question, a very relevant, pointed question: how will technology affect us? And I said to him, technology will make sure that nobody can hide anymore and nobody can lie anymore. This will get exposed very quickly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end by saying this, that India is winning the Dharma Yuddha. We have to carry the battle forward. We have to carry the battle forward. And for that, we will definitely stick to the truth, because truth is the one that always triumphs. Satyame Vijayate is not an empty slogan. It's for you and I to do it well and rightfully. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and support our channel. We call upon you to support us. Thank you very much.